All right, welcome to Sub CLE. We got James Prokop over here. He's going to make his household famous pierogies.
Household famous. So let's get to it here on Sub CLE.
All right, so you start with salting the water.
Yep, and that water is bringing it to a rolling boil.
Okay.
And then we got the potatoes there.
All right, so what kind of potatoes did you use there?
Oh yeah, I love doing the Yukon Golds with those.
Okay. So, I mean, is that something that your grandmother would have used? I mean, or is that your own preference?
No, yeah, Grandma used those, for sure.
Okay.
I definitely remember potatoes being yellow when I was a kid.
All right. And they're not, you're not trying to get all the skin off there, I guess.
Yeah, just want to leave a little bit on. I like the flavor that it adds to the whole mixture.
Right.
You can really taste that, like, fresh potato flavor.
Nice. I hear there's more nutrients in the skin.
Yeah. Right here, I'm cutting the potatoes in quarters.
All right.
Because that's just going to help those boil faster.
Right. Nice. Now you're dropping those bad boys in there.
Watch out. They're going where they need to go. Their destiny.
So yep. That's their destiny there?
Yep. They're meant to be inside pierogies.
It's like an honor for them.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, not that they would still be. It's like, they've already been sliced.
All right, here we go. Went up. There we go. Up, and now all the potatoes they're out of there now.
There you go. All right, what do you got here?
All right, so I'm slicing up this onion right now, and I like to make this onion nice and fine cut. So I'm finally cutting it julienne and then putting it to the side, and then dicing it.
All right. This is something your grandmother did too, then?
Yeah, it's fresh onion, that nice fresh onion flavor.
Nice.
That's gonna kind of be in there, and the funny thing is it's not an overbearing flavor. It just gives a nice overall bouquet to the potatoes inside.
Yeah, and I didn't notice any chunks or anything in there. It kind of just melted in with the rest of the pierogi, I guess. There you go.
Yeah, and it's just gotta be the right onion too. I've tried different onions. I've tried, red onions. Right now, here's sour cream.
Yeah. I've never made a dough with sour cream.
Yeah, that's it's a sour cream based dough. I'm gonna add 2 eggs, 1 yolk.
Now, I mean, does that last white? Is that too much for you? Is that what
I have tried it, and it does taste different.
Oh yeah, okay.
You can it makes the dough just that little bit more eggy.
Okay.
You're like, oh, I like that.
Nice.
Like egg noodles.
Right. You ever try using 3 yolks?
Add 1 more yolk in there? No. I like to go with the brown eggs for sure. Like deep orange in the yolks. Combining all those ingredients.
Some eggs.
All right, now I'm gonna drizzle this melted butter. It's about that's 2 tablespoons of melted butter into the sour cream and egg mixture.
There it is.
Kind of beat that into.
Looks like pudding.
It can be like it's Peaks basically, which is kind of already there. But combining those ingredients really thoroughly is very important because you're gonna add this mixture to the middle of the flour.
Nice.
You've already made a pit there, just like you would if you were making noodles. Because you're gonna slowly combine the flour into the sour cream mixture.
Nice.
Yep.
So, how far back does this recipe go? Is it just your grandmother, or?
Yeah, it's my grandma's recipe. I made some kielbasa with my uncle just the past holiday season.
Yeah.
And he gave me the original copy.
The original. Who wrote the original copy?
Teresa.
Teresa.
My grandma Teresa.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Nice.
We call her Terry. She was Grandma Terry.
Nice.
Over there on they were living over on East 75th and Superior. Back in the day. Up into the 80s too.
Wow.
We're gonna add the last bit of that sour cream mixture in there.
Not too far from Asian Town.
Oh yeah. That's a good time. Now I'm gonna bring this as I'm slow. Like it does take a little bit of time to bring the sour cream mixture together with the flour, and now it's time for a spoon.
There you go.
To bring it all in, and I seem to like the more that I said you center, bringing that mixture together into the center of the bowl, the easier it becomes to eventually combine and fold all of those ingredients together. Right now I'm still using the spoon, and now it's time for fold. And really, you're not going to fold much. You don't want to mess with the dough. Like we're not making bread, we're not making pizza, we're making pierogies, and you got to be gentle with it. Nice. Now bring in the cheese.
Okay. What kind of cheese is that?
This is a sharp white cheddar.
Okay.
Yep. New York sharp white cheddar. I think the sharper the cheddar, the better.
Oh, wow.
So I always try to find the sharpest cheddar I can.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I mean, yeah, I think that applies with like, when you're making mac and cheese. So you're putting that in with the warm potatoes.
Yep. So yeah, I combine all of that, bring it all together into the one bowl. The onions, the cheese, I salted already. So now I like to wrap it up with some foil, and now everything is combining and melting together with the heat of those potatoes as you get the dough ready.
All right, so just rolling it out like you would some dough.
Yep, I like to get it to about, I want to say it's like 1/8 of an inch thickness.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit more, but you can tell once you're like feeling around.
Yeah.
What the type of thickness you want. You don't want the pierogi walls too thick.
Okay.
It'll make for it'll just be a little bit too tough. But
sure.
I don't mind when they're a little tough, but of course that's years of pierogi making and eating. I kind of take them however I can get them. I love pierogies.
Okay. So now that's been sitting for a while.
Yeah.
Because you made quite a bit of those little discs of dough.
Yeah. And man, it just was so easy for me to bring all those ingredients together.
Yeah. Well, it's like you could eat that like it's mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, it's real good.
So.
And right then, after I did that though, you see, I salt them right at the end.
Yeah.
But right after I did this, I stuck them in the freezer. Because you gotta stick them in the freezer so it kind of like stiffens the potatoes a bit.
Like after this step.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that you can roll them up in a ball and put them in.
Okay. So you got
the pasta, basically a pasta disc.
Okay. So you got the little discs right there.
Yeah. So now I'm gonna roll that out.
Yeah. I mean, this could be a ravioli. It could be a pot sticker. It could be a,
What's that sour cream dough that makes it?
Yeah.
And the fresh onion in there.
Yeah. But every culture's got their version of this.
Yep.
Dough.
Empanadas.
Right.
You gotta make sure they're sealed too.
Yeah.
But even when a little bit comes out,
You use the spoon to spoon it in there, and then you use the fork. So they do say spooning leads to forking. I mean.
Yeah. That was really deep.
Yeah. So now you got some pierogies.
Hey, it's pierogi time. But we're not done yet. Oh no, wait, there's more.
Yeah. So you don't see it on here, but you made a lot of pierogies that night. So I was just sitting there watching you like labor away. One at a time, man. You haven't figured out like a.
Well, no, there's little things you can buy.
Yeah.
It's just you just fold over the.
Yeah, but this is like more old school.
Thing, but this is old school.
You can buy this back in the medieval times. Where they make, I don't know. How old far back do pierogies go?
Who knows, man? Probably a long time. Ever since they had potatoes and cows.
All right. So now you're gonna.
Now we got the rolling boil of water. Now we're gonna boil the pierogies.
Okay.
And this is an important step because you are taking that dough, and now that dough is cooking. So it's going to be they're a little bit. We overcooked this first batch a little bit.
That's all right.
As you can see, it gets a little bit floppy, but then they cool off, and as soon as they cool off, they stiffen right up.
Right.
And then you're going to fry these, and that's the best part. you know.
Yeah. There they are.
Yeah, there we go. We're almost there, you know. Getting that nice. One broke up a bit. I think we let them boil just a bit too long.
Yeah, it's all right. They turned out actually really good. Well,
Yeah, they turned out great.
this was, like you said, the first of like, I don't know, maybe 10 batches. And then there they are.
There they are right
pierogies.
there. As they're cooling off, you can see they start to stiffen up.
So you can eat them just like that.
Yeah, you can eat them just like that. I love them like this.
Or you could do this.
But we're gonna saute some onions, and that's a good way to go too. Nice cast iron Vince has got.
Yeah, you know, I get a lot of use out of that thing. Look at those.
My gosh.
Look at
You
those.
think you use it every day?
Probably.
Yeah, look at it good, nice and brown.
Close to it. Yeah. And then you got those, take them
Yeah,
out.
pull your onions out, and then put some oil, and then throw some butter on there.
Yeah, you weren't shy.
It is party time.
That is. I mean, we're not trying to get healthy here. We're trying to
butter. So yeah, get that butter nice and bubbling, and there's a little bit. Yeah, it leaves for a little bit of a. You got a little bit of a pool there.
Yeah,
But bread, it is really good when they get them nice and brown.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna drop those bad boys in there.
There we go.
And the you know, this was your first time using, you know, you always learn the hot spots and everything, you know, the more you do it. So I mean, but you know, they aren't the prettiest thing, but they sure are tasty. But they.
Yeah, I like the little parts where the new, you know, the dough comes together too, or just got the dough. That's the thing about pierogies. It's like the dough itself is good.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, you can and fried in butter. I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
it's like,
man. That's how you do it.
I mean, that's
browning
right there.
making them nice and crispy on the outside. That's my favorite part. Oh, that one's over. This one. I like it when they're like that too. You know?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. They're coming out all kinds of different ways, different angles. And you're just, you know, pierogi dough. It's just fatty dough filled with potatoes.
Fried up in butter.
Oh, yeah.
And then here we go.
We're stacking them up.
And what do you got? Oh, you
Putting the onions on top. This is, you know, way passed down from generation to generation.
I mean, yeah. This is,
Go for the nice double dollop of some nice sour cream.
there you go. It's a cherry on top, right?
Look at that sour cream.
There it is. There's the money shot.
Oh, yeah.
So then I think.
Yeah, you know what? At my house, though,
I thought you were gonna
put an egg on top of that, though, too.
I thought you were gonna spread that sour cream on. No, man, you're just going.
Oh no, yeah, you go right in. Go right in. Make a stack. Boom.
There you go. All right. Well, yeah. Looks like you like it. Not to toot your own horn or pat yourself on the back, but
I hope Biggie got to have some too. You know,
I'm sure he did. I think I saw some drop on his shirt. Jim, thanks for stopping by and making some pierogies.
Oh yeah.
Sub CLE. We're out.
Sub CLE.